Welcome to Chaos Conjure,
the podcast where we navigate the complexities of being pagan in an Appalachian mountains.
This is Jay.
This is Dottie.
Fill your sippy cups.
Put on your grippy socks.
And grab your magic wands.
Oh, it is hearing me. Hello. Yeah. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Here we are. Hopefully there won't be as many planes as we are on the other side of Charleston and nowhere near the airport. That's what it's called.
That thing.
The thing where they put the
But
planes.
we are just down from the boulevard.
Right. You can see the river.
And the river is behind us. You might not be able to see the river. That's like,
Yeah.
you might just see the concrete stuff we're sitting on. We're sitting on the stage at, it is called the Shambam something. We're at Haddad Riverfront Park.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what the words underneath my legs are because I don't know.
We're the amphitheater.
Yes, we are.
Amphitheater. I'll get some B-roll in here.
We're on stage.
Right. Hi, I'm Dottie.
I'm Jay.
And this is Chaos Conjure.
Woohoo! The excitement.
We are excited. I'm excited. I've grown to love this.
It is a love-hate relationship for me. I love when we're doing this, but the research leading up to it, I do like that too. But it's the whole.
It's just that you got to get past the wall.
We have
get
to
it
go
set up.
Right, we have to go and film.
You know what though?
But then as soon as
the camera's on,
we're ready, like as soon as we figure out where we're going and what we're doing, then I'm like, all right, let's go.
You know what though? I feel that.
But it's that initial. Oh shit, we have to film another episode. It's just that moment, the first 20 minutes after we finish filming one, where it's like, oh, we got to do this again. What are we going to do now?
And what are we going to do next?
That's
the
the part
planning
I
bit.
like.
No, you know what? Like, and I feel like that. It's funny because one of the things talking about planning, we have a huge event coming up.
Oh, let me do it. Metro Valley Pagan Pride is putting on their flagship event. It is on the 27th of September, and the name of the park is
Valley Park in Hurricane, West Virginia.
Valley Park in Hurricane, West Virginia. See, I was all prepared and I couldn't remember the name of the park, but I tried, y'all.
It's almost like you've heard my spiel before.
Just once.
Just once?
Just once.
Just once.
But it's going to be on a beautiful Saturday because we are doing what we're supposed to do to have nice weather because it's what we do.
I'm leaving that up to y'all. I got everything else. Somebody else gets to figure out the weather.
Gotcha.
This is about being an event organizer. Is that I'm like, I just need somebody who knows how to. You know how to do that job. You got that job.
Yes. But yeah. So I went last year. It was super exciting. Hoping definitely. No, I wasn't there the first one. But the second one I was there. They have card readers. They'll have different vendors putting different things up for sale.
Kids activities,
food. It's a lot of fun. It's out in the open. And just come and meet more people like us.
And the OTO, I actually did a shameless self-promotion with a guy named Dante, who is with the group that's coming down to do our opening and closing. They're the OTO from Cleveland, and their group name is the Chariot of Eternity. And so when you get done watching this, hopefully I'll have that up, because if I don't get this all up, all the advertising bit, that's my...
This will be up within the week. And we still have 2 weeks to go. And I say that because I'm putting pressure on her. Within a week. I'm not saying it's going to be up before this week is out.
Unless I die.
Okay, not before the week is out, hopefully, but I'm just saying.
They don't know when we're filming.
I'm just saying.
It could have been Tuesday in August.
Happy Tuesday in August. Today is August the 12th, 2025. No, that's not really what the date is. Today is what? Today is the
8th of September.
Today is 8th of September.
So less than 20 days.
Yes. Yes. I was singing so much on the 30th of September. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Yeah, that is so funny. But we're here to talk about cleansing, right?
Yes, I think that's what we're talking about. Yes, I have this massive... I have this massive cleansing video that I have been working on. I've been working on it so long that I had to take out the jokes about when Kamala Harris was president.
Oh, wow.
I cried.
That is so funny. Wow. So, okay, so I'll just jump right in. Cleansing can consist of like a spiritual bath, sound, herbs like the smoke, rubbing an egg on you.
I like water cleansing.
Water, yes, water.
Get your feet in some water.
Yeah.
Although, you know, it's funny because you can use like river water, but I wouldn't stick my feet in this water.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This video is not about, you know, getting back to our
we're going to do one about feet. Y'all just wait. I have a weird obsession right now with feet. So we're going to do one about feet. But yeah, so the whole cleansing thing, normally what I do, because I cleanse every single day because I just kind of have to with what I do, my job and stuff.
Yeah, this is one of those. If you're a healthcare worker, listen up. This is
absolutely
for you.
So
you don't really need anything to cleanse.
You don't need anything super duper special to cleanse. It helps if that helps you, then go for it.
Right.
But me personally, like I have a specific bar of soap. So I have my soap, and then I have a specific bar of soap that I keep in a container that is really truly everyday soap.
Right.
But I have that, and then I have a specific washcloth that I keep with that. And what I do, and I have like specific shampoos, and conditioner, that sort of stuff.
Right.
I have like this whole bath setup that is specific for if I've had a really bad day, let me cleanse myself.
Right.
So, and that helps because I know that when I'm using this particular product, this particular thing, that I'm cleansing, like that's what it's for. But anyway, so what I normally do in the evenings, especially is when I normally do it, is I start with my head. Like I wash my hair,
Right.
and I stand in the shower and I wash my head, and I start from the top down, and I wash like the bad thoughts out of my head while I'm washing my hair. And like in my mind, I'm saying things like, I'm washing the negativity things, the negative thoughts that I've had. When I wash my hair, I'm also saying, I'm taking out the negative things that people have sent my way that didn't quite get in, because I'm convinced my hair blocks a lot of that stuff for me, hearing it before it get into my head. So I wash my hair, and I'm like, I'm washing that out of my hair.
You gotta
then
do it on hair.
Yes,
We have got to do one on hair because that's why I was just about to shave my head.
And then when I'm scrubbing in my scalp or whatever, I'm scrubbing it out of my head and wiping the negativity off of my face. When I wash over my eyes, the things I've seen.
Yeah.
Rinse my mouth out, the things I may have said or wanted to say. My ears, the things I've heard. My throat, the things again that I've said, and again things I didn't say. Wash the weight of the world off my shoulders, and just keep going all the way down till I get to my feet, and then because I'm washing the negativity I may have left or picked up
Right.
while I'm walking around. And so like it's a head to toe thing, and like every body part, there's something you can always wash off of that body part, and that's how I take my cleansing showers. The soap that I do use for that is it's a bar of soap that I made, so it's got like the herbs and things like that in it that I personally use.
I've got to lie. I want to learn how to make soap.
Lye is dangerous.
Oh yeah.
But,
Don't do this at home. Go watch another video if you're learning how to make soap. I'm just saying I want to learn how to make soap because I got lye just sitting around my house. It's fucking not toilet cleaner. Good God. It's the stuff you put in pipes to bust up a clog.
That's crazy.
Dangerous.
That's crazy. That's what black people used to straighten their hair with. It's dangerous. It can make your hair fall out. Like
It
burn your hair off
like
your head.
well, yeah, it's what they used to dispose of bodies.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that? I didn't say that.
Pig farms are better.
That was her. That was her. I know where acid bats are too, but
TikTok. Oh my god, I saw TikTok where it's like movies all, and it's like with that meme where you got one kid drowning and the parents paying attention to the other, and it's like horror movies, the acid bath. So this is the kid they're playing with, and Lye is over there drowning because Lye will eat you faster. Like you have to work with, when you work with, you have to have like chemical gloves.
Right. But yeah. That's so funny.
I am not editing that out. I don't
please
care if
don't.
y'all know
Please
I'm
don't.
fucking crazy.
If you feel that you are dirty enough spiritually or just physically enough to scrub yourself with lye, we can't help you. I'm telling you now, there is nothing we can do for you.
Not over a video.
And you just, make a phone call, leave a message in the
leave us
you know
a
what I'm
message in
saying?
the comments.
Leave a message
Like,
in the
share, and
comments.
subscribe while you're down there.
And we'll talk, and like and subscribe while you're down there. And we'll talk to you outside of this.
Right,
We're
right.
not going into that. Because if you're using lye as your spiritual cleanse, something is really wrong.
Yeah.
And these are supposed to be kind of lighthearted.
Yeah, we're being lighthearted.
So-
And I do know that there are situations where people feel like they can't get clean,
Right.
especially if they've been energetically violated, or if they've been violated. You know, like
right. And
something
see, so then that's when like the different things come in. And we're talking more about spiritual cleansing, not if you are like traumatized physically.
Right. Or just
Because we don't want to
traumatizing,
get it
honestly,
taken
like,
down.
yeah.
But if you are traumatized physically, especially, that's a whole other thing. Leave a comment. We'll talk to you off the camera.
Right.
But
I will say this, that like just you are not what's done to you.
correct, absolutely.
And we'll move on. I don't know. Like I would say like talking about deeper subjects, but like
No.
getting
When
that
I
stuff
say
out there.
we're doing lighter stuff, it's not like we won't cover like deeper subjects. It's not that. It's just that there are some things that we can give you on camera. You know what I'm saying? There are some things we can give you on camera, suggestions and things like that we can give to you and teach you over the camera.
that wouldn't just put out there to the world.
Right.
Because
Like me especially, like if you guys have noticed, there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh yeah, do this, but then I catch myself and I'm like, yeah, hold on, I can't really talk about
I think
that.
we both in that.
And then I leave her to, say what it is she's
Right.
going to say about it, because in my practice there are things that I can't share. So there are things I can do, but I just can't share them, especially like on camera for the masses. And it's not that I don't want to share, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here.
I think we actually talked about this pretty in depth when we did the first video, because
Right.
that was a hard hitter.
Yeah.
That was a hard hitter. We talked about
But I mean, if you
but
guys
those
have
practices,
something, if you have something that you want us to talk about or what have you, drop a comment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment when you like and subscribe, so you'll know when we're talking about your topic. But okay, back
I
to
need
cleansing.
to put more stuff on the like more advertising for Chaos Conjure. I'm bad at that. Like y'all have slacked off. But no, you just funny. We're talking about it in the shower, like our daily hygiene kind of cleansing.
Right, and it
Because
makes
like,
a difference.
Yeah.
Because
It does.
if you feel clean physically,
Yeah.
one, you'll know if you're dirty spiritually. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll notice it easier if you're dirty spiritually, I feel.
True.
When I'm
Very
clean,
true. Yeah.
like
when you're clean,
right
and you
now
can
I
tell
know
when
I need,
somebody's like stuck something on you.
right, like right now I know I need to wash my hair, and I'm going to. My hair will be washed tonight. But
It's after work, y'all.
everything, right, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is clean, well, except for like my day today stuff I've gotten into today. But when I take my shower tonight, I'm washing my hair and stuff, because I'm not hearing like I normally would. It's been like 2 days since I washed my hair, and normally I wash my hair almost every day. So I haven't washed my hair since like Saturday afternoon. And so now I'm like, I need to wash my hair because I'm not hearing like I normally would. And I realize that. And it's not, oh, I think something's blocking me or anything like that. I just know that I am not spiritually clean enough to get the messages that I would normally have.
Yeah, you know what? That is a great point. Like, because when you're, I want to go back to like you're talking about how you cleanse when you're in the shower, because that is something I do too. But I don't do the special stuff. I do the opposite almost. Like rather than going through each part, I almost imagine that I am permeable by the water.
Oh, and like it's just washing through.
So the water is washing through me, and everything that is not me is too heavy to stick.
Yes. Okay. I like that too.
And, well, I
I
mean,
think
there's
I'll
another
add
part,
that to. I will add that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I'll
yeah.
do my scrub everything off, and then let the
like,
water just run through.
go through you. And I tell you what, because like a lot of, I don't know, this is another thing. Like you notice, like your practice. This is something. Your practice, number one, should fit in your pocket, not get in your pocket. So there have been times in my life as every proper West Virginian has, I'm sure, where you just don't have the money for the little
Times in my
extras.
life.
Times in my life. I've been hanging out with
Y'all
Lambs
can't
too
make
much.
fun. Y'all can't make fun of our accents. We can, but y'all can't. And we're not in Virginia. We're in Charleston, West Virginia, not Charleston,
West is
South.
a state shaped like that.
Right. Not in Charleston, South Carolina, and we are not near the beach. We are in Charleston, West Virginia, and the state is literally shaped
West Virginia.
like
It's
this.
The left hand, man.
Is it the left
It's
hand?
The left
Oh
hand.
yeah, because I'm looking at my own.
Right, yeah.
It's like this.
See, if you look back at it, like there's
Yeah.
the eastern, there's the northern
Yeah.
panhandle.
So it's
the
literally
eastern
shaped like
panhandle,
this. And we don't
We're
mean to
somewhere over
offend
in
you,
here.
but we probably will sooner or later.
If you're,
Look at my
if you're
pretty
easily
nails,
offended,
right?
you ain't gonna make it around here.
Facts. But yeah, that
We're
whole
leftist and
permeable
loud.
thing is I'm gonna start using that as well.
Yeah,
But
no,
yeah,
but,
and then
it's funny because you're
and
here.
then make sure that you clean the bathtub. And I know that sounds so funny, and everybody's like, "Oh, I clean the bathtub." What you mean? I clean the bathtub when I know I'm doing a cleanse. Like when I
Yeah,
know I
yeah.
need a cleanse, I clean the bathtub out before I even get in it.
Yes. Now
And- and
every
this
now
is
and then
gonna
I'll do a
sound
big,
so-
when I do a big deep cleanse, like the
Mhm.
shower's just not enough sometimes. Like
Right.
especially when
And so you take the whole bath.
Because I walk into
Right.
places like you and I, like we're in here talking very light and airy, but like I know that you and I have walked.
We have walked into some dark and dank, not the prettiest, spiritually
wash that
cleansed
shit
places.
off. Sometimes you just need a bath. Sometimes
Right.
you need a bath.
Right.
You gotta clean
Which-
that bathtub.
Right. And so here's the thing with the baths. Okay, so before I even hit that, so before I take my shower, I clean the bathtub out. And then I use my third eye and I watch what's going out the drain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you're attacked or somebody throws something at you or whatever, and sometimes you wash things off and it's a recurring thing. So it's something you actually have to work on. They're not looking for me.
There's certain cleanses you do not put down
The,
the pipes.
That part too. So,
Put down the neighbor's pipes, but we're not
Right.
talking about that.
facts. But yeah,
Actually, love my
so
neighbors.
I know y'all hear the sirens. They're over there. It's an ambulance.
It is Charleston, West Virginia.
It is what it is. But so yeah, so I clean it out so I can watch, kind of like third eye watch what's going down the drain. So that I know if it comes back, then it's definitely something I need to deal with because it's a recurring issue.
Yeah, and
You know
look
what I'm
for it
saying?
out in the wild.
And it's something that could be as simple as a little bit of self-doubt. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody that thinks that they have their best interest for you and they look at you and they say, "I'm gonna pray for you."
Oh, please don't.
No, pray for me. Pray for me.
Just not
But be
on
careful on who you pray with.
me. You can pray
But,
for me all day you want. Just don't put it on me. Hello.
I'm friendly and I'm waving at the people walking up there.
It's West Virginia. We
Um,
wave at everybody.
Not really at everybody, but we are friendly. But yeah, so I can see what's going on as far as that goes. So when it's something that is something that is bigger, and I feel like I need to literally like submerge myself and soak, that's where the bath comes in. You scrub the bathtub out and make sure you clean the entire bathroom, because why are you cleaning yourself in a dirty place?
You know, this is one of those things I do when I feel like a depressive episode come on,
Mhm.
because like I have depression. That is a chemical imbalance in my physiology. There's you can and sometimes having somebody throw some shit at you will kick it off, but it almost inevitably comes with like a paranoia, whether somebody's trying to get on me or not. And being out here in public kind of puts us at a convenient target.
Yes. But yeah, so with the spiritual bath, the best thing that you can do is do your research first. Always do your research first. If you're going to do herbs, you have like 2 or 3 different ways to do it.
We'll just talk about herbs. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, stick this shit in your cabinet. If you wouldn't put it, you got mint, you got basil. Stick to this shit, and there's salt. You
absolutely,
stick to the
absolutely.
shit that is in your cabinet.
Absolutely.
You don't need to go buy, and you don't
Start
need to
off, always start off with the stuff that's in your cabinet.
Because the
I mean,
metaphysical
if you
stuff is not always safe.
correct, and if you don't know what you're doing with it, then it's not going to be safe for you anyway.
Right. There's a lot of stuff that is peddled as metaphysical.
Right, and
And
it's
toxic.
very harmful. So one of the things that you can do, once you figure out what it is you're going to use, I always tell people who ask me about spiritual baths, go out and buy kosher salt.
good old kosher salt. I
like
got
kosher salt, sea salt,
You get the fancy
pink
Himalayan
salt.
at the Dollar Tree.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? So go out and get more salt. I always tell people go out and get more salt. And vinegar. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. So you can see her face when I say that.
I love vinegar.
Hold
okay?
on, no. We're not even gonna go there yet. We're still on baths. So just wait, y'all. So
Yeah, we haven't even started
so
cleaning
you
the
get
house.
your stuff right. So you get your stuff together, and you can either put it in like one of those, like the little bags or whatever that most people give crystals in.
Oh yeah, you can
or
get
like a little
muslin
cotton
bags.
bag, muslin bag, that sort of thing. Little
You
mesh
can even
bag.
get, honestly, you can get a washcloth and tie it.
You can. I just think that it's not. Yeah, in a pinch you can absolutely.
It's not
cut
as
up
pretty.
a t-shirt.
Like sometimes it really
You
does.
know what I'm saying? You can
there's
cut up a t-shirt. I would just use something thinner than a washcloth. That was just my thing. But you can cut up a t-shirt and put your herbs in there, tie it together, and just put it in your bath. Like let your water run over it. I've done that. I took a sock, like a little sock, a little white one, and I put all my herbs and things in it and my crystals and things that I was working with, and I put it over top of the faucet. And I taped it to the faucet so the water had no choice but to run through my stuff.
Oh, that's another thing. You gotta be careful what crystals you use.
Yes, and we're gonna get to that too. But you do your research. So, like she said, the crystals, because I work with crystals a lot.
Selenite's the big one. Like
Selenite, do not put it in water.
Does not go in water.
Do not put it in water. It is not water soluble.
It's like fiberglass.
Yes. Always check to see which crystals go in water and which ones don't before you even start.
Yeah.
Any
If
of
it ends
that.
in ite,
Yeah.
probably not
Yeah.
water safe.
Yeah. If it ends in ite, it's not.
Just because it doesn't mean it is. But
Right.
the ites aren't.
Still, the ites, most of the ites are not water soluble, and they're dangerous if you put them in water. But so you get everything together, and you can put it in like the little muslin bag or whatever, and you can let the shower run over it. You can let the bath, the bath water run over it.
Right.
If you have one of those little drain things, they have these little things that you can put over top of your drain.
It would be very
It
smart.
catches everything.
Ask me what I do.
You throw them in the bathtub,
Yes,
right?
I fucking
Yeah,
do.
because you can do that too.
I'm like, I gotta like pulling it out of my hair.
I do that.
You pull it off, like you're pulling out of
Yes,
places
you have
where
a
the
whole
sun
nother
don't
shower,
shine.
whole nother shower after you take your spiritual bath. But
I know the herbs got up in there because I'm still
Right.
wiggling around them.
facts. But so the one of the three ways you can do this is you can just dump them in your bath water. Okay, but make sure you have something that will filter them before they go down the drain, because it will clog your drain.
That's true.
Two, you can do like the little muslin bag, and put it in there and just toss that in your bath, and just let it kind of steep like it makes a tea, because that's basically what you're doing.
Tea is a good
And
one.
then,
though. It might.
or you can like hang it from your shower and let it run through. Like I do eucalyptus like that a lot.
Oh, have you seen the shower steamers?
Yes.
Those are nice.
So those are different ways that you can do your bath or what have you. But I do recommend. I'm not going to recommend any herbs or crystals or anything to
Don't
use
use
particularly
turmeric.
right now. Don't use turmeric. Turmeric will turn you red or orange.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm reflective white here. I am.
Her words, not mine.
I am prepared to be
see the glow?
tie-dyed. I am prepared to be tie-dyed. Okay, I was having some muscle pain. So it turns turmeric in the tub. The tub is yellow. I look jaundiced. I looked like I was literally dying. But I felt better. It worked. Don't do that.
Y'all see me over here looking over here messing with my phone because I have no parts of that.
I think it was before I know you, because I definitely feel like there would be
I would
pictures still
have
running
made
around.
so much fun of her, and there would be pictures. I would be like, insert picture here,
What not to do, 101.
insert picture here.
Since we see that we do speak from some level of experience.
Right, and so you have to be careful what you do put in your water, because you're basically making you
You're making a
as an
person
addition to your personal soup, personal tea, or whatever you want to call it.
It's like tea only backwards.
But you also so when you're done, you want to dispose of it appropriately. You don't want to just like toss it in the trash.
And I usually just let my. Do you save some of the water? Do you save it in the water for mopping?
No.
No.
No, I don't.
I've heard of people doing that. I don't either. I usually let it go out the drain.
I let the water go. Sometimes I'll get like a little cup of it with like whatever sachet or herbs or whatever. Like I gather some of the herbs and stuff,
Right.
and put it in the cup, and then I take the cup and the water, and I go and I put it outside. Like I offer it as an offering outside.
Oh, that's neat. I know you got to be careful with salt water because you will kill your plants.
Yes, so
Things
be
do
careful.
not grow well when you salt the earth.
Which is the whole meaning of salt the earth.
Hello.
But yeah, so you have to be careful when you do that. And like be nice about where you put it too. You don't want to throw it over, you know, if you're getting rid of something really icky and you're offering it to the earth, and I have my reasons for doing that.
Right.
You don't want to do it, sometimes you don't want to do it on your own property, like where you live at
Oh,
or where
yeah.
a loved one lives at. And then, you know, you don't really want to do it at your neighbor's house either, unless you don't like that neighbor, because why would you still leave it that close to your house?
And like,
to
unless
where
you are putting
are.
it on your neighbor, which we're
A
not.
whole different thing. And then let me think, what else is there with the cleansing?
Dog. I can hear a dog. I'm
Yeah.
a dog girl. I'm a good old fashioned bitch.
But yeah, so that's that. And then that's just like I don't want to say the physical cleansing, but those involve physical cleansing.
Right, those are personal.
Oh, before
here's a
you
fan.
take the spiritual bath, before you take your spiritual bath, take a shower. Take a shower, cleanse your body.
That way you're
scrub
not
it down.
steeping in your stew.
That way you're not steeping in the nasty.
Oh,
Take your shower, wash your hair, clean your cooter, the whole nine, and then clean out the bathtub again, the shower or whatever again, and then run your water,
Yeah, like
run
you
your
want to be
spiritual
clean
bath.
when you want to do it. But a lot of sometimes I will get into the tub before I take a shower, which I know I'll do everything right. But I will get in dirty into the bath water, but then when I get done, I take a shower and clean everything because you're using the bath water to loosen everything up. You're basically soaking. And everybody's got a different way of doing it.
I'm not knocking it because I'm just sitting here thinking
Makes sense. Like
If
that's
it
how it
works.
makes sense for me.
if it works.
So-
Because that's the whole thing about
Right.
what it is that she does versus what I do. What she does works for her, what I do works for me, and what you do should work for you.
That's the important part. I will say this: when I was, because so you know, I was talking about doing a big, like, freaking huge video on this. Like, I actually did a chart on different types of cleansings, but one of the things that has stuck out to me the most in the whole process of really like breaking down the parts, because a lot of times when we teach cleansing, we kind of teach it the way we've been teaching it. We teach it by examples of.
Right.
But to actually like academically break down the steps, there's really only 4 that really combine everything. Like every cleansing has some way of doing these 4 things.
Okay.
It's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna be like,
So I'm ready.
so the first step is energy removal.
Right.
You're not destroying it because you can neither create nor destroy energy.
Right.
We'll get back to that. Put a pin in that one. There is warding.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these steps happen at once. So sometimes the removal and the warding happen at the same time.
Right. Right.
There is energy replacement
Yes.
and grounding,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Yes.
So when we go back to that energy removal, there's 3 ways to do that. And I know that when you look through these, you're like,
Right. Let's educate.
right, there's transmutation.
Mm-hmm. Which is changing the energy from negative to positive.
Right. It's essentially you're sliding it across the scale. You can't really, like, you can add energy to change something later. You can't turn hot to green, but you can make hot cold or cold
Right.
hot.
Right. It has to stay on the same scale. You turn hate into love.
Right. So, transmutation.
Mm-hmm.
Banishing.
Okay.
You're kicking the energy out of the space. You can sometimes send that energy to someplace, but essentially you are not changing the energy. You're getting it out of your face.
Right.
And binding, where you trap the energy. And then you got to deal with it later, because I tell you what, every time I see Drake, it will come back. That is a pause, because if you trap that shit and forget it, that's how you end up with The Present, which is a really cool movie. No, it was the Possession was the name of the movie.
I don't watch scary movies. I see too much anyway, so I don't be trying to do the jump scare shit. Just to let you know. Recommend all your scary movies below, because I have friends that watch them, and I will have somebody watch it and tell me all about it.
Right. Well, I did like Possession. Well, I really loved Possession because they didn't call the Catholics. It was Jewish people that came and fixed the problem. Like, they called a rabbi.
Nice.
They called a rabbi, which I thought was nice.
Different.
Yeah, because everybody wants to go Catholic.
I might pretend to watch. I'll pretend to watch that one. I'll put it on the list for somebody else.
Right. But see, that's the thing, is because like we're out here doing this work. Like, you don't have to call a Catholic priest. You can call my crazy ass.
So just so that you know, don't edit this part out right here. She can't say certain things because of certain family members, and she said something that was funny as shit, but she can't leave it in. Sorry, you guys missed it. I didn't, and I'm still laughing.
I'm just saying, like, we do this. Like, we do deep spiritual work for people, and people will, oh, God, I can't stand it when I do the work, and then they go to somebody else who has a bigger name, but doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. I'm just saying. Okay, be quiet now.
Another one that I use, that Dottie and her husband
had experience with. I thought, wait, is that sure you want to put that one on camera?
They, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's been on, like, I've seen videos of it from other people online.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, what it's vinegar. And if you know anything about vinegar, you know full well you can use vinegar to clean almost anything. Why not yourself? So if
you can also use laughter and thinking about the stories, certainly cleansing my spirit.
Absolutely. But sometimes you have something that is just kind of sitting in you. Mm-hmm. There are people walking by and we're looking at the dog.
That's true. I am watching that dog.
Beautiful dog. That's why we keep getting distracted, just so that you know. So if you see us
walking their dogs behind the camera,
So anyway, vinegar. So you wash your hands with vinegar and salt, and you wash them.
Bring them every paper
and
cut.
You sniff it.
No, just sniff it. No, don't you describe that as sniffing. That's sniffing like it's cocaine. No.
You inhale.
Cup your face like you're breathing for dear life, and you'll.
It really doesn't take all of that if you do it right. You're not gonna, like an oxygen mask it. But if you really want it done quickly, you oxygen mask it and breathe it in.
Sniff it.
But what it does is it digs deep down and shakes up all of the things that are a lot of the things that we hide from ourselves.
This is one of those you don't do, like, because I definitely see there's, like, we talked about the regular cleanses. This is not a regular cleanse. This is a cleanse you do. Like, there are regular, like, hygiene cleanses, like cleansing your house once a month under a full moon. Good times. Making sure your floor's mopped. You add a little something special to your mop water. That's fine. That's your normal cleanse. This is not one of those. This is dealing with bullshit one.
Yes. So you do that, and it starts breaking up the bullshit. It breaks up the bullshit.
It'll make you vomit.
It breaks up the negativity that we have stored inside of ourselves, whether we put it there or we allow someone else to put it there. But it will break all of that up, and you will gag.
Right.
And possibly vomit. I'm still so sorry for Aaron vomiting.
Poor Aaron. Yes, it made my husband sick.
But in my defense, he was going through some things, and he had some things that he wasn't facing, that he had tamped down.
He's a paramedic.
The hell up. Right, he's a paramedic, so he's always got some stuff that he internalizes.
Right, yeah, that's another thing. We were talking about healthcare workers. You got to do a regular cleanse if you're a healthcare worker.
Absolutely. But yeah, so it broke all of that up, and it brought all of that to the surface so that he and Dottie could deal with it.
Yeah.
And they did, and he probably should do it again because, it's a recurring thing.
Right.
But
we've also been doing a really cool name in the salt water.
yes.
Oh my god, that did.
But,
But that was more of like, that is a cleansing where you are reprogramming yourself. It's not just
Yes.
simply cleansing. You're not, because it involves actually praying over your own name.
Right.
So you're not
Right.
entirely, like you're restructuring your thoughts.
Right.
But it
And
definitely,
I think that's more of a cleansing ritual as
Yeah,
opposed
like
to
the
just
high
a
ritual.
cleansing.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
we could do
we'll talk
cleansing
about, like-
rituals. We could do a whole thing on cleansing rituals as well.
Well, we could do a whole thing of like just breaking down the different types, because we talk about personal body cleansing. We talk
Right.
about spatial cleansings like our house.
Right.
We talk about like even like emotional cleansings where you talk
Yes.
shit out. Like you have to
Yes.
talk stuff out. Deep ritual cleanse that a lot of the culturally sensitive, not just culturally sensitive, but like
Practice
yes,
sensitive.
and not just like, and this I would say not just like particular cultures, but particular traditions.
Yes.
Be more specific, because there are types of cleansings that are out there. The one that comes to mind that I don't mind talking about just because it's is the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. That is a very common one. That is a cleansing. You are banishing negativity from your space. But if you do nothing but banish, then you'll have nothing.
Right. Right.
Right.
And that's the thing that
And that's the
that
thing
a lot of
with
people-
rituals and
right.
cleansings. If you don't know the whole
if you don't know the whole purpose
of
behind it
something.
and all of the parts to it, then yeah.
Right.
And okay, so
And also, it's
something that everybody does
Yeah.
and knows is like the whole smoke thing. When you're cleansing yourself, cleansing your space.
The difference between
So-
smoke cleansing and smudging.
Right. So you can use incense smoke or just the herb smoke, because the smoke itself.
Right.
When you're smudging, that's when you use like the sage bundles and things like that.
But you can use common sage instead of white
You can,
sage.
yeah, absolutely. You can use common sage. You can use rosemary. You can use lavender.
Or Palo Santo. Like we talk about.
Palo Santo is a wood
Right.
for whoever out there doesn't know, which is weird to me because I think you all should know that.
Right.
But
Well,
when you do
like
that,
when you do like white sage. Let's do the. I'm gonna do my bit. I'm sorry. I gotta speak on this. The reason California white sage and Palo Santo should not be in your cabinet is because they are from fragile ecosystems. If it is making it all the way to here, somebody has dropped the ball when it comes to ethical harvesting. Because of that, I mean, I understand that people have native traditions, but like if you're native to West Virginia, then white sage wouldn't be native to you. So we have common sage, especially if you're the same color I am. We use mugwort. It came with us.
just saying,
Just saying. Tell me I'm wrong.
you're not.
Okay.
Okay.
But, like, especially Palo Santo is getting harvested to the point where it is.
Like
It's
it's actually it's still in South America.
Right.
It's not as endangered in South America as it is up here. But both of them are endangered species.
Right.
They're
So
endangered.
I don't know if it's
for-
endangered or if it's at risk
Fine.
because of the. I mean, and this is something it is worth learning more about the plants you're using, because if you're working with the plant spirit, if you're using it as an energetic companion, then you should know something about it. It's very much like deity work. If you're going to work with somebody, you should know their name.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You should know who they are. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm not going to be like, hey, who are you? Can I have $20?
I would do that though.
Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but it would be not in a.
Right. Like I would be
So
like,
if I'm
hey,
gonna go
how
cause
are ya?
trouble.
My name is. How are you? Who are you?
My name is what? My name
right.
is.
Right. But with the whole like smudging and all of that sort of stuff, what a lot of people don't realize is that the smoke cleansing, the smudging, that takes away, that takes the negative energy out of the space. what people don't realize is that you have to fill that space with something.
Right.
So,
before we change the subject, I just want to say that also on the other hand of that, Palo Santo and Sage are so in our community.
They are.
People give them as house gifts, like good meaning people. It's not like
right.
So like, how do you take something like out of the culture? And especially, and this one drives me nuts. This is the one that's good. I'm speaking for myself, not for Josanta. I'm not speaking for her when I say that I understand that people get very upset about this, but also you have to understand that our old people, our elders of the community, also had to fight for their practices.
Right.
So they feel attacked when somebody is like, well, you can't use that. I'm like, they
Right.
shouldn't be using that.
Right.
But that is a part of their practice, and giving up something you have fought for. You can't expect somebody to just do that. You have to have a real compassionate conversation.
And you
if
have
want
to
real
have a
compassionate
viable
change.
alternative.
A viable alternative. Yes.
Because
which is why I
you
have a
can't-
stick like this of mugwort in my house.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody
Oh, you can't do that.
They can't, right. You can't tell somebody, oh, it's so horrible that you're,
Doing that.
driving in a car that's in gasoline if you can't make the e-cars and the charging stations easily accessible.
Right. If you don't have an alternative, because people are still scared. And this is one of those things, like, because I know the first thing people find when they're scared shitless because the thing is going bump in the night, they don't find this video. They're not going to find this video. They're going to find somebody who's like, you're going to break out your big bundle of cultural appropriation and stick it up your ass.
Bless it.
Sorry.
Bless it. That is too funny. But that's what happens. But okay, so.
That's what happens. And then, so not only that, but like, when you use it incorrectly, when we smudge, the tradition that we use is the incorrect way to do it, because it's not really a purifier, it's a sanctifier. So it puts things to sleep, pushes them in the walls.
So that's why you open your windows.
Always open your windows.
Open your windows and your doors. All of them, not just a couple. All of them get opened. And
sorry, I did not mean to just drag.
no,
that
that's fine. That's fine. But
we didn't rehearse
so
that bit.
All the windows open, and you go in a clockwise motion, and you make sure you get your windows, your doors, and you do all the door frames, all the window frames, the closets, in the cabinets. And that's the thing that people don't realize. People are like, oh, I have this little 4-inch stick of sage, a sage bundle, and I'm going to go and cleanse my 3-bedroom house, and everything's going to be good. And then they light it, and they just walk around the house, and they're just shaking it through the house like,
I had somebody sage over my fucking booth,
and
like I wasn't going to say anything.
So it doesn't work that way. It doesn't.
No.
There are steps to that. And I'm not going to go into them because I do use sage in my practice because
you do. And it's because
I have Native American ancestry and I know where most of my sage comes from.
Yeah.
But what people don't realize is that, like she said, like it creates like a sacred space, so it pushes everything to the walls or out the windows if your windows are open like they should.
It should be. Well, it should be
like they
because
should
if
be.
you're putting smoke in your house, you're going to choke yourself up.
Right.
So when it smokes,
Right.
it smokes.
But yeah, so it pushes the things outside of the house. But it leaves a void inside of the house, and you have to fill that void. So I was always taught to, that is the energy replacement. So for me, I was taught to use the sage to get rid of everything out, to get everything out of the space, and then to use a wood, be it the Palo Santo or another wood that is sacred to, my
Cedar.
practice.
Cedar's a good one.
Cedar is a good one. To go back through, and you don't have to do the whole thing with the sage like you did with this, with the bundle, with the smudging. But just burn that wood in that room, and it invites a more positive energy. It replaces the negative energy that you just kicked out with a positive energy.
So honestly, it's a great time to do your prosperity magic. Like, if you got a
It
money
is.
bowl,
It is.
now is the time to break out that
It
money
is.
bowl, feed that money bowl.
It is. But because
Feed
when
your-
you're
water your lucky plant.
smudging, when you're
Water your plant
smudging
plant.
your space, and you are cleansing your space, because that's what it is, regardless of what you're using, whether you're using the smudge sticks for incense because that's the smoke, or you're burning the herbs or whatever it is, but whatever, even if you're washing the walls with like Florida water, which I make of my own because the Florida water that they sell in the stores is crazy, and it is, but or I use like Kananga water.
I have some Kananga.
But yeah, so if I'm doing that, then it's a whole wash, like, wipe the walls down, get in the corners of the ceiling, the floors, the doors, all of that, the window seals, all of that stuff. You wash everything. Those types of things are cleansing, and they're transmuting the energy.
Just cleaning is a
cleaning.
That was another whole
energy.
That is a whole category right there. Just cleaning your space, because the dirt itself. You think about it. You walk by those dirty dishes and you cuss them every time.
Right.
You are
in my practice. I'm not supposed to go to sleep while there are dirty dishes in the sink. So
I'm mad about it.
So that freaks me out. But I'm also not the person to wash dirty dishes if they're not my dirty dishes.
Right,
So go figure that. But
I can't say anything. Like, I've been
right.
And
But,
you know what? That is something I have to watch out for, because I will watch my house get dirty when I'm having like a mental health issue. I can see myself sliding by the condition of my house.
Right. And for me, when I start feeling like something's going on, I stop washing my hair. I'll shower.
Right.
But I won't wash my hair.
You catch yourself skipping these important parts to your regular cleansing.
Right. And it makes a difference.
Oh my God! I can't tell every video I've watched for the last month about cleansing is like, oh, just do it when you feel like you need to. Fuck
no.
you. So I've been cursing a lot.
You should actually have a cleansing routine.
Like, don't get me wrong, there's stronger ones I don't do every day. Like, I'm not.
Right. Like, there are certain cleanses
I'm not sniffing vinegar on a regular basis. Thank you.
But I work with I can't speak on a lot of things at work or in my life because people's feelings would be hurt. So I do that on a regular basis because I hold in a lot more than people think I do. But anyway, when you're doing your cleansings and things, like especially if you're doing like your physical space cleansing, whether you're smudging or using incense for the smoke or the herbs, or
I love a mint. Good mint incense.
Yes.
That's great incense. I think there's a lot
when
of
you're
really,
doing
really
that,
good cleansing incenses, which you can
Yes.
get at Fake Lips. That's funny.
she's awesome. But yeah, so when you're doing those things, it is time to do your altar. To do
bring that energy
like, you know
back
what I'm saying,
in.
whatever
Like, you got
bowls
friends
or
with-
whatever, you know what I'm saying, that you have going on, your little mini altars or whatever.
Think about it. Like, you're recentering your house.
Right.
Your
And
space.
and part of the thing too is that if you feel like your altar should be cleaned, do it. But clean your whole, whatever room your altar's in, clean that whole room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it makes no sense if and people do this a lot all the time, and I'm not gonna lie and say I haven't done it. Have a whole basket full of dirty clothes, and you literally pull out one outfit and you wash the one outfit, because I've done it, I'm not gonna lie.
I think we've all been.
And
that's
then
the thing is, like, you catch
and
yourself.
then the next day you realize, damn, I only did one outfit for yesterday, and you have to literally do all of it now.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense to just do the one outfit. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do it right.
Right. And you know
and
what?
do all of it.
This is an important part of having a mindful practice. Like
Right.
that. And this is why I love practical, magical tips. Like, we're talking about cleaning.
Yes.
Cleaning being a big one, because you are removing the negative charge when you remove the dirt.
Right.
Because it itself has a negative charge.
Right.
So by maintaining your space, number one, it makes you realize if something's out of place. Like if you got a
Absolutely.
spirit moving some shit around, because that
Absolutely.
is one of the things, if somebody sent something super shitty to you, sometimes it'll be hand delivered by a shitty spirit,
Yep.
and they will fuck things up.
Yep.
Move shit.
Yes.
And
And
you
also,
can tell if your stuff's in order.
right.
Not OCD, I can't do that.
But one of the things too is that if you
My kitchen table like covered right now.
right, if and I'm in a transition period, so hey.
Right.
But the thing is that when you are doing things like that, like for me, and for a lot of people of color, African Americans especially, and Africans as well, we don't leave our hair. Like, that is taboo to leave our hair. Like, you know, we go and get our hair cut, not so much in the barbers. I don't know. Me personally, I was raised that you don't leave your hair. You clean your own brushes out. I clean my brushes out on a regular basis. I clean the hair out of like the bathtub and stuff like that. I don't really leave hair hanging around unless I have that hair there for a purpose. And that's usually something bad.
Hello.
So if I leave my hair somewhere, then it's usually some negative type stuff. And my hair is there, you know, to set something negative. Or, you know, in a space to protect me from something negative.
You know, that's something like.
But I don't leave my hair. Like, I get my hair cut and I pick my hair up.
We may have to pause it. There's.
Yeah, but I will pick my hair up. I don't just leave it.
Right.
Because one of the things that they say is that people can control you through your hair. They can give you headaches or whatever. One of
There's
the
actually
superstitions is
like
if a bird gets your hair and builds a nest with it, you're going to have headaches type things. Yeah.
I mean, actually, that makes sense. But like, I mean, here's the thing: like, hair is not like, because it is a ubiquitous material, much like palms. We've all, most of us. I feel like an asshole now. Most of us have hands. If you don't have hands, I am sorry. Most of us have hair. So, like, even in Victorian culture, you see where there is. It's part of why some Victorian shit is so fucking beautifully creepy. Gorgeously macabre. But those things, they would definitely, like, if somebody holds on to your hair after you die, they can use it to summon you.
Right. Stuff like that.
Things like that. And, like, it's very much, it is a tag lock. So, like, it's not necessarily, I don't
used
take
for
my
good
hair,
or bad.
Right.
But it is definitely a tag lock, for sure.
You can use that to very much pinpoint somebody.
Right. And so one of the things, like me personally, I'm weird about it. Like, I'm very weird about it. I clean my hair up as much as I can.
Right.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I have used hair in my practice, like other people's hair in my practice. I have used cigarette butts. I have used napkins that they have wiped. You know,
any
it's
sort
that
of
DNA
physical
thing.
connection. Well, it's DNA because it's like that energetic signature.
Right. It's that physical connection
energetic
to something.
signature. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna judge because if the person had cleaned up a little better,
then
I wouldn't have those things.
Well, you know what? And that's the thing is, like, I am not.
And for the people, hold on. And for the people that have my hair and they're like, "Ooh, I have her hair, and I can do this and I can do that with it." No, because my ancestors left me. That's why it's there, so that you think you can, and they get you back. There you go.
And that's part of why I shake my head. But no, like, because you think about it, I had a friend who told me, like, and this was a guy, he's like, I think, you know, I've noticed that a woman's hair is her mane, like, it is her pride.
Yes.
So you think about it, like, one of the things that is, like, a super violation that we think of, are, like, burning times and things like that, is women having their head forcibly shaved.
Yeah.
But my hair, to me, so when I was cursed, could do a whole video on that. Back when I was cursed, my hair was falling out everywhere. I could not escape it. I'm like a body horror. You can see me. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up the look I gave her.
Yeah.
I'm having a moment thinking about it. But, like, that's part of why I keep my hair cut back. Because my hair was turned on in this curse. Like, it was, there was, like, it was in my food. I couldn't just tie it back.
It was just everywhere. It was what's supposed to be.
I would try to wash the dishes, and I'd get a wet hair stuck on my hand, and I'd peel it off, and it would just, like, Like
That's
I need
creepy.
to.
I like that though.
No, it's not
Sorry, it happened to
to
you.
fucking do that to somebody who deserves it. I did not deserve. I'm gonna have to have a. Ooh, I'm gonna take a minute. This is a good time to cleanse. We'll do a quick cleansing breath. Is a great way to cleanse. Like the fourfold breath. It's like.
You ready?
Yeah.
Count it out.
But yeah, like just thinking about that, it's still. There's a lot of things. Like, oh, one of my favorite cleansings. Is this is another one for those who have to go and work with the public. You essentially, this is kind of a two-part. So you have an energetic aura.
Yes.
Right? You create this energetic shield around you. And so, like, when you're at your work, you have this shield, especially if you're an empath, creating this basically like hazmat bubble. This energetic hazmat suit. I can feel you throw it up the moment I said it. Like, I'm sitting here, like, she's like, I'm like, oh, I'm like tapped into it. Like, hers is out to here. Okay.
It's not so much that I threw it up because for me, we'll do that when we do protection. I have a protection thing that I do.
Right.
What ends up happening is as
When you
soon as
start talking
somebody
about it,
says that, as soon as somebody's like, oh yeah, you might need to have, as soon as they start talking about, oh, put your bubbles up, and then my bubble automatically is like, hold on, wait. like it goes to this real, like it throws itself out there and like puts space between me and everybody.
I know.
And it's like, hold on, do we need to be out here? Because she just said put a bubble up. She just said we need a bubble. And I'm like, no, bubble, calm down. Like, calm down. We're safe. We're good. We're still.
You know what though? You do get like that after
We're
a while.
still
When you
good.
get into your practice, when you practice for a while.
My bubble is always up. Like my protections are always up. But if somebody says something like, ugh, it feels funny in here, it automatically just and it's hilarious.
It's an automatic response.
It is, and it's hilarious to me because you can't get through the shields that I have up already. That could be like skin thin. Like you can't get in.
Right. But it's always like
but when somebody says something like that, it bubbles up.
Yeah, that was
And
that
I'm
was
like,
funny. But okay, so so you basically start with that, which is a great practice. You can kind of build that aura shield, and essentially what you do is when you get done, you kind of return your energy inward, but you also, rather than just like bringing it all in, you feel this layer where you unzip it.
Right, and you shed
like
off
a
all of the
skin.
negative shit that hit your aura on the outside.
Right. You do that before you get in your car. We talk about car protections.
Yes, we'll talk about that too.
Protections.
One of the other things that you can use when you are cleansing your space and yourself. I'm an energy generator, and one of the things that I do when I'm cleansing space is they call it white light.
You just push your
And you just take your white light and you just push it and just push it through
probably why we don't have
everything.
anybody else walking behind us all of a sudden.
Yeah. But yeah, so you push it through and you like just expand it to like however far you need to cleanse that space. I do that quite often.
You know,
And a lot of times I do it without even realizing that I'm doing it. So like she was just like, hold on, wait a minute. So I'm like trying to kind of pull it down.
No, that's fine. I just thought it was funny that I felt it like because we
It's
work
just
so
an
much
automatic
together.
response.
Well, yeah, but also because we work so much together, our shields are a little bit more differentiating.
Yes.
You know, like her energy, I feel her energy go up. It doesn't feel threatening to me
Because she
I know
normally
her
gets stuck
energy.
in my bubble.
Right.
Like when I throw up my protective bubble,
Right.
Whoever I'm with gets thrown in as well.
I did get peeled a couple of times
You know what I'm saying?
because I'm the KO. I'm the talker. Usually, like we go in a spiritual situation, I'm the dumbass that goes up the hill and lays on the grave and has the whole spirit communication.
Yeah.
And then she comes and she throws the bubble up, and I feel myself get peeled like a banana.
Yeah. But yeah, so
it's not an important job.
white light. I'm protective. That's what I do. I'm defensive too, but I'm protective. But yeah, so you can do like the whole white light thing to cleanse yourself. And it literally is just you washing yourself with white light. Like you can do, like I do inside out.
Yeah,
Like I start
really
like
good.
right here in like my solar plexus, and
do the tree meditation.
and I push out. Huh?
Yeah, that is a really great one. You almost like it, yeah.
That's not a cleansing thing.
But that's that you end it with that same like creating your own egg, which we kind of like. This is shield and cleansing because you do push out, and I have done that before, especially if somebody's trying to get something on me. Whenever I have a client who has brought in an excessive amount of dirt,
Right.
I actually have something that cleanses automatically the moment they come in the door using mirrors,
Yes.
and that's almost like a spirit vacuum.
Yes.
I was talking about the tree meditation. It's not really cleansing, but you can use it as that because that's the end part, is that grounding bit, but also you're centering, and then you can take that, you bring the energy, you take the energy down.
Right.
And you bring the bad energy all the way back up, you
Right.
bring the energy back down.
And
that
something that
process,
she
you're
mentioned.
kind of like flowing through, creating that circuit.
And something that she mentioned, which is really important, is that if you're cleansing, you should also be shielding.
Yeah.
And we haven't hit that part,
That's a whole video.
but it's a
yeah.
whole different video.
But if you do, like,
but if you're
right.
cleansing, you should also be shielding.
Because the stuff wants to come right back in.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Right.
You want to make sure that the space stays cleansed, so you shield the space.
Right.
But yeah, like meditating, you can walk this stuff off that, like, with meditation and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think people a lot of times, like if you have a big, deep conversation where you got to work through something, that might be like the cleansing. That is transmuting that energy.
Right.
But then you still have that excessive charge.
Right. You can use sound.
I love sound bath. That's
We
nice.
do. We ring bells.
I love
You
my
can
bell.
ring bells to cleanse the space. You have your bell.
Of course I do. You want to see what I got from that? Because I got to be ready. I go into people's houses. I got ADHD. I don't remember my whole kit, so I've got my holy water I've created.
I love that. I love that.
I've got. So you go through, you ring your bells.
Right.
That's holy oil.
But while she's searching through her bag, you can use bells.
Selenite.
You can do like the singing bowls. I love a good singing. There you go.
You sound like you use that
For a little bit. But you can use a singing bowl. I have like a metal drum, like a rain drum that I use sometimes. Or you can just use your voice.
All that.
But you can just use your voice and just speak the words. And those can still be cleansing.
Right, right.
So
You can cleanse
cleansing is going to be as hard or as easy as you want it to be.
Right.
The thing is that it has to be done.
And a lot of times, like when you're cleansing a space, like some of the heavier ways, if you notice, like at the end of a lot of those haunted whatever videos, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, but we got to talk about it. Like when they drive out the evil spirits, they will a lot of times afterwards have people reclaim their space.
Absolutely.
And you're doing
Absolutely.
two things with that. That is both warding in a way, and it is also charging that space up to not
Your energy.
with your energy.
Right. It's filling that space.
So I actually have my oil here. Cheaper than therapy.
But yeah, it's
I put that olive oil in there with rosemary.
yeah,
Gotta keep the evil out. It smells like cooking. That's gonna be hungry.
bless it. But yeah, so there's a lot of ways that you can cleanse that are, I don't want to say they're simple and easy, but a lot of them are literally simple and easy.
Right.
It just depends on what you're trying to cleanse. Like if you're trying to cleanse, like she said, something big and dark, it's obviously going to take a little bit more than just going in there and telling whatever it is to leave your space.
Right. And there's like, we're talking about like, because we have practiced.
Yeah.
Like I started. I really like my mom was teaching me things. Everybody's got little
Right.
inherited something or other.
Right.
A little something from mom and dad. But like to say that I began my practice was like 16. So I've been doing energy work for that long. Yep, that long.
Notice I didn't say anything.
You know, I'm 39, so way longer than I wasn't. And and it's very much like a muscle. So if you're going to do like an energy cleanse where you are just pushing out the energy, she and I can do that. Like, you know, we have the ability. We can move energy because we're used to moving energy. If this is new to you, it is totally okay to break out the props. You know, it is totally okay to use your magical tools. Just use them appropriately.
So here's the thing with the whole magical tool thing from my perspective. I make wands, I make staffs, I make jewelry, all that stuff.
Right.
If you are going to use a magical tool, a magical enhancement, a focus point, because that's what they are focus points.
Right.
Make sure, right, a performance enhancer, Lord, make sure that you know you know what you're using it for. Like, you know what it is, what it's used for. I make wands, and my wands each have a specific purpose.
We've seen them misused.
And we have seen them misused. But
making faces over here because I've heard the stories.
I've
seen the things.
If you have a wand, and we're just going to say a simple stick. Mine are a little ornate, but a simple stick. But you take your stick. I mean, you guys have seen Harry Potter. I know you guys have. And you know full well that Hermione can't use Harry's wand. You know what I'm saying? She can't. And, you know, it's a train.
Oh, train magic.
Right. We have so many things that
I've got so many ideas. And we haven't even been like, I want to do the dark shit too. Like, not the dark stuff, but
yeah,
like the stuff that is living in West Virginia.
Yes.
Like, I know one of our friends' little girl got dumped because she's pagan. Like, we haven't even started those conversations.
Bless it. But yeah, so you use your wand so you know what it is you want to use it for. And if you're using it for like cleansing, then use it just for cleansing. And you do the things with the wand that revolve around cleansing. If you're going to use it for spellcraft, like protection magic, then only use it for protection magic. So whatever it is you're going to use, whether it's a wand, a staff, a particular bowl, a particular glass,
right,
or whatever, use it for that thing.
Sacred.
Right. That's why I was saying, you know, I have particular soaps and shampoos and conditioners.
Right.
I have particular bathing things.
They're not necessarily things that people who don't know what they're for do.
Right.
Which is also why you don't need to be putting stuff on people's stuff. But we'll talk about altar spaces a whole other conversation.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that what you're using is appropriate for what you're using it for. Because a lot of times we have a lot of people out there now that are catching videos like this one and they're only listening to part of it.
This is over an hour, y'all.
And they're listening to these little 2-minute things on YouTube, TikTok. the little reels, the shorts, that's what they're called. Yeah, the shorts on YouTube, and the little TikTok things on TikTok, and then the reels on Instagram. And they're literally hearing 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, you hear, use your wand for this, and this. And then the next person says, use your wand for this, and this. You know, have an altar and do this on your altar, and have an altar and do this on your altar. But what they don't tell you is, one, how to make sure you cleanse your space. And two, to make sure that if you have a ancestor's altar, you want that to be the ancestor's altar. And then you have your altar for money. For money, you know what I'm saying? And then you have your general altar. So when you're cleansing, if you have a spiritual broom, which a lot of people do, you don't take that broom and sweep your flipping floor with it.
Yeah, you would clean your floor first.
You would, You will wash your floors, like you will sweep your floors with your regular broom.
I can see the energy.
You know what I'm saying? You will use your regular broom to sweep your floor, and then you will use your spiritual broom if that's what you choose to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to use your broom. You don't want to use your in-the-house broom to sweep outside your house. You actually should have a broom outside for outside and a broom for inside. But people don't tell you that.
You think that would be more logical,
But
just because your broom outside is not going to be like
You would think.
It's a
But people don't know, because you see these little shorts and stuff, these little 2-minute videos, and it says take your broom and sweep your front step. So people will step outside with their in-the-house broom and sweep their front step. There are so many traditions for African Americans and just that people of color thing about sweeping your front steps and just brooms in general.
and no welcome mats.
You can. This is the thing. You can have a welcome mat. It just shouldn't say "come in." It shouldn't say "welcome." It should say something really stupid and funny like "go away."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a welcome mat that says "come
Heritage
in,"
live here.
you know what I'm saying? Come in, or anything that's very inviting that says "come in" or "welcome" or
That's
"stay a while" or anything
stupid.
like that. You're just inviting shit in. And then you're
Literally.
cleansing all the time because you got to keep cleansing to get it out.
Oh
but then
my
your doormat
God.
invites
We're
them back
talking
in
about-
again.
So we're talking, didn't we? I don't know. We brought up the story we were talking about circles last time. What were we talking about last time when we ended up on circles? We're talking about protection magic, weren't we?
Yes.
Okay. So we're talking about circles.
Mhm.
And I told you
Calling
all the
circle.
story about how we set up this beautiful circle, and the person who was leading the ritual essentially nullified its purpose, but was still trapping energy. So we're still stuck in this bubble, but now it is not protecting us anymore. In fact, it is now drawing stuff in from all over the area. And if y'all have ever been in Huntington, don't die in Huntington, you might get stuck. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, I had somebody that I care deeply about die in Huntington, and I set him free.
I'm not saying everybody gets stuck. I don't want to be insensitive, but honestly, there's something about that place.
But I've heard that too.
You know,
I've heard that too.
if you've been there, I'm sure
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
There's something about that town. So
There's so many things that walk through Huntington that aren't human.
and she just drew them all. I'm like, I'm surprised we didn't. Of course, young and dumb. I guess you got to make those mistakes when you're young
And
and dumb. And something just flew at me, so I don't know.
that's it.
I'm trying to.
But yeah, so
I guess I need to change the
back to the cleansing thing. Because we do run off on tangents if you haven't noticed.
I'm just.
And I know y'all keep seeing me look up. I'm looking up because I'm outside and
Right.
and
There's
I'm
also
nosy.
like a ring.
And,
of like,
yeah,
we'll put some B-roll.
Yeah.
I'll do some quick B-roll if it doesn't get too dark.
But when you're cleansing, you should use your cleansing tools for cleansing.
Right.
And I am that person that has cleansing tools for my space, and like then I have cleansing tools for like my body,
Right.
like my body and my energy field, and then I have cleansing tools for my altar space that are, you know what I'm saying. But when I go to someone else's home for that, then I use a whole different set of cleansing tools. Like it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different set of cleansing tools. Not because I feel like, ooh, I don't want to use my own, but I don't want to use my stuff. Like I'm not. If I go to your house, and I'm at your house, and you say, hey, help me clean up.
We're probably gonna use the stuff I got.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna use your stuff at your house.
And see, this is one of those things. Like I do the cleaning. I don't have a lot of special cleansing cleaning tools. Like I have a sacred brew, but it's like up.
Right.
You know, it's being used
For what it's supposed to be
for
used
what it's being
for.
used for. But I don't use it for any sort of like it doesn't come down. It's a special occasion kind of situation.
Right.
But getting the house clean, and then a lot of times people will use like house cleansing sprays. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I have a Palo Santo spray. I like to put different oils and stuff in like moon waters, you know what I'm saying, stuff like
good old
that.
Moon water. See, moon waters are great, but that's more
Yes.
of a charging. It's not really. people want to use it for cleansing, and then it's water.
It's cleansing if you use it with like a cleansing agent.
Right.
But
It's
moon
like a
water, in
booster.
my opinion, by itself is not just going to cleanse you.
No.
Water by itself, in my opinion, is not going to cleanse you. It is nothing to say anything about the people who have been baptized.
And there's different
But
waters too. Like we're talking
there are
about
different
like,
waters,
getting
absolutely.
the creek versus.
But yeah, I'm not saying that if you get baptized in the name of Jesus our Lord, that you are not cleansed of sin. Because is what you believe, then good for you. But I just don't think that water by itself, and even when you're being baptized like that, it's not just the water that cleanses you. They pray over
the whole
you,
ritual.
and it's a ritual, right?
Right. And see, that actually would be a great example of a post practice. You think about it. You have to understand the whole cultural context.
It is.
Otherwise, you're trying to drown somebody.
Right.
Somebody who were to watch that.
Right.
Without
that's what it looks
understanding
like.
the context.
That is what it looks like. Like you were trying to drown somebody.
Stick somebody's
Absolutely.
head under the water
That is
until
so
the
funny.
bubbles stop, and then yank them back out.
Yep.
Like without
Interesting.
cultural context.
Everything can be misconstrued.
I'm just saying. That's just.
But what else? Air, because the wind is blowing now. It's like a little breeze.
I think fresh air is naturally cleansing.
It is.
You know,
That's what I was
definitely.
getting ready to say.
You can
Sometimes,
circulate
like
the air in your
because
house.
when you feel stagnant, one of the
There's
best
actually
things to
studies about
do is to open up the windows and just let the air flow through.
Right.
Because
That's
it
part
does
of the
make a
air-
difference.
That's kind of part of the smoke cleansing too. Like
Yeah, is to let the
ventilation.
smoke just go around and stuff.
It's literally ventilating the house.
I will be smoke cleansing my office tomorrow.
So what to do in spaces where you can't use smoke?
Okay, so what do you do when you have a space and you can't use smoke? You can use sound.
Can we talk about sound? I use the selenite wand. I like to
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. You can use crystals.
blast out the energy. We talk about those.
Yeah, we can. You can always use a crystal. I'm always for crystals. But yeah, there are so many things. Like in my office, I'll probably be doing sound for the most part. I have a bell that I keep at the office, and I'll probably do like a little bit of smoke because I can light a candle or like
Right.
one stick of incense. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I just have to be careful where I'm wandering around through the office with it.
Yeah, that was one of
But-
those things I realized that I'm going to have to change offices because everybody was cool with it, and then somebody complained about the smoke one day. I'm like, that's my shot across the way.
Yeah.
It's not that I loved my office. It's not a bad thing. Like there's nothing there, but
Right,
you
but
know when it's
you know
time to
when
start
you
packing
have to
up.
cleanse regularly because that's what you have to do there, and somebody starts to complain about the smell.
That means whoever
And
that
then-
is
Paying attention,
paying attention.
a lot of attention. But you also have to take into consideration.
I'm not pointing at anybody. I'm not.
Well,
it's
I
just
mean,
sometimes it's
because
just-
I'm thinking,
sometimes
in
it's
my
just time to go.
office, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I mean, even in like apartments and stuff like that, you have to be careful about things like that. You know,
You should pay attention to who pays attention too, because sometimes that's your warning.
that part.
Sometimes
But yeah,
that's the warning.
yeah, you can sing. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the types I was talking about. Like we talked about spatial cleansing, or cleansing
Yep.
like office, cleaning. We talked about cleaning.
Did you put that together, or did you find that?
I put this together.
Okay.
So I got hygiene, which we talked about, like metaphysical hygiene.
Yes.
Just regular getting the physical dirt off your body.
Absolutely.
Just getting clean has a cleansing effect.
Absolutely.
And you put a little oomph in that still. So meditation, we kind of talked.
Yep, we talked
briefly
about that.
That's a really good one, especially if you're doing like a cleansing on somebody else's person. You know.
Yeah. The inner work. That is.
That's more blockages.
That's shadow work. We're not doing that to you guys.
Right. Yeah. Like I think it does belong on this list of cleansings.
It does.
But it doesn't
absolutely,
necessarily.
but not in this video. Not right. Not this video.
Not this video.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a whole.
Yeah. Energy work. This is one that we haven't covered. We have not talked about how to do a personal cleansing on somebody else. Because a lot of times, when you're in community, if you're going to do, especially if you're getting ready to do a bigger ritual when you got other people, you want everybody to be at the same energetic level. It never happens with people around. Just saying. But You know, if you're doing like a mass circle,
Yes.
you know,
If you're doing a big circle, you want everybody to be the
Yeah.
same amount of clean.
right? You don't want somebody. You can't stop people from dragging in bullshit.
Correct.
You cannot. If somebody wants to be malicious in your circle,
They will.
they will. Which is part of why a lot of times when you do a public circle, nobody actually sets up the boundary and everything. That's usually for a small group of people who are doing a serious workout. But before you can do that, okay. But you would do, like, a lot of times we think about doing like cleansing on other people, but like Reiki.
Yes. Reiki's not really a cleansing though.
It's it's more of a
Reiki
charging.
it's a charging and a manipulation of energy.
Right. So you have those deeper, that might be a little deep for. That might be, because energy work, that is its whole own subject.
Correct.
But that is a type of cleansing, because, like, whenever we go into a space, I know I've done it for you and you've done it for me, where sometimes you need somebody to get the thing that's stuck on your back.
Right. Right.
So cleansing other people, that was one of them. Yeah, but no, this is a chart I made for that video that I've been meaning to put out since the fall of Western civilization.
And then what's the next one?
So energy work, community and hobbies.
Community and hobbies, that one's a hard one. It is something that needs to be done, but that is a hard one because it's really hard to cleanse a community space.
It is. It's hard to maintain it.
Because the space where we are right now, for the most part, we haven't been bothered.
Right.
But
we also
literally
have kind
only
of pushed
had-
out a field.
Right, and
around us.
I did push out a field, especially when she said something.
It's a poof, suddenly we don't have no
But,
more visitors. Have you noticed I haven't
but
smiled
I've
and waved
been-
at anybody in a little while?
Right,
I
but I've been pulling it back, like slowly but surely. And as soon as I feel like it's sitting back in my lap, so to say, we have people go across the top
starting
and
to
they
have
start
people.
yelling. So what happens? My field goes whoop right back out because that's what
That's
it
how
does.
it works.
But
But
like when you're cleansing a space,
But you're
like,
kind of creating
especially
a
outside.
soft boundary.
right, that's what ends up happening is but you also have to ward the space and shield it and the whole nine.
Right.
You have to do all of those things. But
Have you ever walked
but you
through something
can't
somebody else has
maintain
set up?
all the time.
Like somebody, I don't know who. And this, I've caught myself doing it a couple times. Every now and again, somebody will make me nervous, so I'll set up a little spot, and then I will sneak away. And I didn't think about leaving a shadow space behind me.
I take mine with me. I take mine with me.
It's not a habit. It's not something I do on purpose. But this is more of a back when I was a kid kind of
Yeah, I mean I drop energy regularly.
Right.
But I also put a shield around my energy so that you can't manipulate it to turn it into something negative.
Okay,
I
a better
learned that shit
example.
the hard way.
Yeah. A better example would be in a hotel room. You go in the hotel
Yes.
room, you set that space up for you, but do you take it and you might leave a residual? I mean, I don't think that you do because
I'll take it down. I put it up and I break it all the way down.
I let mine just dissolve.
No,
Let it go.
I put mine up and I break it down.
Fair enough. That's
Or when I'm putting it up, I'll say certain words to
not allowed to be used.
allow, especially in a hotel room, I'll put the wards up and I'll put the protection up. I'll cleanse the space, and then I'll ward it off, and then make it like a sacred space for me.
Right.
And then I will give permission for certain people to come in and out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Certain people, including housekeeping type things. But I'll give permission for certain types of people to come in and out, but only if their energy is good. If they have negative energy, then it stays outside. But I fix it to where as soon as I check out, that physical action of here's the key, here I'm checking out,
Yeah.
then it dissolves immediately. Yeah, a ripcord. Yes. But I put
I need to go back and
I
watch.
pull it and let it go because I'm
We're
not
gonna do-
guarding that space anymore. That's not my sacred space anymore.
We need
And-
to do like a watch react video to Crystal the Cottage Witch did an episode, and I keep meaning to go back and remember what the term she used was, because she was big on that. Like, you set up your magic in a way that you can pull it down quickly.
Absolutely.
And that's not to leave it like, so that way it can't be, then, you know, if you want to do something like that. And it's kind of like remembering where you buried the jar kind of deal, or, you know, whatever.
I'm bad at that. That goes back to a couple of videos ago.
If I bury a jar,
I'm so
I'm not
sorry.
going back. Fuck you.
Dude,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry that you're still dealing with that. Not really, but I'm so sorry that
We
you're
need
still
to
dealing with
see.
that.
That's the video we need to do next. That is the video we need to do next. How to take bullshit off of you, whether you were like, you know, because one of the best protections we talked about was not being an asshole.
Right.
That's also one of the best ways to get rid of a curse.
It's not being an
It's
asshole.
not being an asshole. Being nice to the spirits, you'd be surprised. You'd be
Unless
surprised.
whoever sent the spirit knows exactly what they're doing and you're not struggling to stop that.
Or nice enough to get somebody else to help you.
Right. Right.
Like-
Is that part.
That's the thing.
And then just for the record, and this is not because of me being the one that actually did that time. If you ask for help, do what they. I'm not gonna say do exactly what they tell you, but do what they tell you to do. If I tell you,
I give you a specific instruction. There's a
then do
reason.
this specific instruction. Hell yeah. But what I'm saying is that, like, if I tell you, like, if you wanted one of us to come in and cleanse your house, one of the first things I'm going to tell you is clean up. If before I even step foot in there, clean up. Did you sweep your floors? Did you wash your windows? Did you wash your doors and your door frames and stuff? Did you clean?
See, this
You
is
know
one
what
of
I'm
those
saying?
things, like,
And if you didn't, I'm going to know as soon as I walk in the door.
yeah,
One, because I can see it.
right.
But two, because I'm going to feel it. So clean up. You know what I'm saying?
That
but-
definitely help people work through, because a lot of times that hoarding seems to go hand in hand with that dark
Right.
energy. Like it gets in over your head, and it's not
And
even like you mean to.
One of the things that I have had experience with, that I have done, was somebody asked for some help, and I was like, clean up. You know, clean up.
Right, all right.
And they didn't. So I went in, and I'm like, why did you not clean up? And she was just like, I physically, like, I kept trying, and it just wasn't working.
Which is the
And-
thing that happens.
which is something that happens, 'cause
if
that's
you've got
legit.
something bad enough in your house, that
Right,
has
it'll keep you
developed
from
a
cleaning up.
resistance,
So
it will
I
fight
took the dirt.
Yeah.
I took the dirt and worked with the dirt. And once I took the dirt and started working with the dirt, she was able to go in there and clean the entire house, and everything that she was dealing with stopped. But it was just a matter of taking the dirt out, you know? But you have to be careful about who it is that tells you to do whatever it is that they tell you to do. I tell you to clean up. And then if you don't, like I said, I'm going to use the dirt. But I need you to clean up, because I'm not going to come and cleanse your home and you're not doing any other work.
Yeah, you gotta put in at least as much effort as I am.
Exactly.
And that's just a
And then-
personal thing, because
It
like,
is,
yeah, I
it
can
is.
come and I can take control of your space.
Right.
If you want me to take control of your space, but I
Right.
want to take control of you too. But if you were
High
asking me
five.
for help, if you're asking me to help you get a foot up, like, you know, help, hand up, not a handout.
Right.
You know, I'm here to
And-
help people, but I'm
and
not
the
putting
thing
more
that-
energy into your space
Right.
than you are.
Right. And so with that comes the whole,
I'm not working in your house while you're sitting on your ass.
right.
Sorry, just
So the thing that gets me, like going back to the whole, you know, be careful who you call, you know, what you're doing. So if I tell you to cleanse your house, there's a reason. You know what I'm saying? She tells you there's a reason. But if I ask you to do something, I'm asking you because it's going to help me help you.
it is getting dark.
It is.
We're
But we're still clear.
We're still good. We're still
But you know what I'm
good.
saying? It is to
I
help
am
me help
changing
you.
colors. Do you see that?
Oh, your hair looks red.
Oh
But,
my god! So I used to glow blue.
I'm done with you. But so yeah, so you do what you do, right? So then if you ask me to come in and do something for you, I'm going to tell you this is what it is, because this is how I do things. If you go behind me
And do some dumb shit.
and do some dumb shit, one, you're on your own, because I don't do repeats very often, because you didn't do the thing that you were supposed to do in the first place. She knows. She gets upset because she'll keep going back. I'm like,
I'm
nah,
more
look,
forgiving.
you got like 2 strikes and I'm done.
No, I used to be,
But
but I've got, because people, I just tell you what, the people who go behind you and do dumb shit are also the ones that talk shit to your face, like,
Yeah, leave it alone. But, so.
I had some rough clients.
Yeah, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to leave it alone.
We're going to do a whole
But,
episode
okay,
on shitty
let's go back.
clients.
Let's go back.
Oh, one more on my list.
What is it?
Ritual cleaning.
Yes, we can do a whole video on
We
that.
can do a whole video, but then
Okay,
we were talking
so-
about that earlier when we were
Yeah.
talking about, like,
Yes. So, when you ask somebody to come and cleanse, and I'm not saying that if you ask her to come and cleanse, and she does a really good job, and if something comes back, you can't come and ask me to cleanse or whatever. I'm not
Right.
saying that, or vice versa. What I'm saying is,
and you
is
should
that
take over
if-
cleansing, too.
right? If you call me in to help you cleanse your home, help you cleanse your home. Don't get me in there and start that. Oh, well, I seen on TikTok that they did this, or I was reading this book and they said to do it like that. Look at how the light changed as soon as I said that. That is so funny. But you know what I'm saying? I get upset about that.
No, I
Don't
can
ask me for help
And then be an asshole.
or advice, and then tell me, oh,
do
well,
my
such and
damn
such
job.
said
You don't
to
tell
do
me-
it this way.
Don't call a professional and then tell them how to do their job.
So
That is
as
what
soon
that
as you
falls
do that,
right
I'm
under.
done. And I don't do refunds because no, you took my time. But don't do that. So if you call someone in to help, say that says, you know, if you call me in and you say, hey, I need this cleansed, and I'm like, okay, and I walk in with a black candle.
Pasticker.
If I walk in with a black candle, let me work my black candle. Notice it got darker again.
I did. It is
But
also starting to get
if-
actually dark.
If I walk in with a white candle, let me work my white candle. Whatever candle I walk in there with, whatever color or whatever instrument that I walk in that I know I can use, let me use it. I walked into someone's house. This shit pissed me off. I went to do a cleansing for this lady, and I made her pay me up front because Spirit told me to. And I told
Good
her
idea.
to
I got
just
a couple
let
of
me
people to
do.
owe me money.
I said, let me do what I'm supposed to do. And so she's like, okay, I got you. So I go in and I'm cleansing and I've got some music playing. It's not loud, but I've got some music playing that helps me focus on what it is that I'm doing on this cleansing thing. And she says, oh, I was watching this one video on YouTube and the girl said to use music that you can move around to, which makes sense. And she started playing rap music, like drug the girl, fuck the girl, drug money, cars, all that kind of stuff, music. And I watched everything I had just put out of her home start seeping back in.
So the one that gets me, this is the one that kills me. You call me in for a cleanse, you got something going on, you've already saged your house because they all have.
Yeah,
They've
and
all,
did it wrong
They've all bought the white California white sage off the internet,
from Kroger,
Amazon.
right? This has
The
been touched by
cleansing
everybody.
kit from
It's
Amazon.
been touched by everybody.
Do not. If you got something going bump in the night, call me first.
I mean, you don't have to call me first. I'm not tripping. You don't have to call
Right.
me first.
I
Because
just-
I may be the last person that you call.
I am probably
But-
like, you're not gonna call me first, but I'm used to coming in after this. So things are like eerie quiet because you have basically suppressed that energy. You've not gotten rid of it. It's
Right.
still there. But now I gotta pick through.
Right. All of
Now
your
I
mess.
gotta go in underneath of that and try to get the thing that is now hiding in the walls.
Yep.
And that is where it's going to start knocking again. You start having like, oh yeah, the energy in the house feels better, but suddenly I've got all these plumbing issues.
Yeah. Where you should probably stop because it's dark outside.
It is officially dark outside.
But like and subscribe.
Share with your friends.
Share with your friends. Go down below and leave a comment. You can ask any other questions. I need to start checking better because I do check.
I check. Like this
I
is
do
my
check,
That's
and
kind of
this is
my
right. I do check, but it's so funny because I'll watch the videos, but I don't look at the comments.
Yeah.
I just see, oh, there's comments, and I'm like, I'll check them in a minute, and then I
Right.
forget.
See, I've already watched this thing twice since by the time you all see it, because I'm the one who gets that. I'm the one who's got I've got the 2 other channels,
Right.
Dottie the Psychic and Madame Tortuga's Lounge, where you can see shameless self-promotion.
Go watch the next one because it's going to be good.
It's going to be great. I've lost my place.
She's the one that does the editing and stuff. So by the time you guys actually see the video, she's probably watched it like 2 or 3 times
At least.
and so she will check for the things that need to be edited and things like that.
Like the joke earlier
But
that is not
yes,
appropriate.
like the joke that was inappropriate. Well, it was appropriate. It just might be a little sensitive, and we don't want to do that. We're trying to be nice to everybody. I hope y'all heard the fake in my voice. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. But we're gonna end this.
Yeah, I gotta get some B-roll.
So,
Oh,
the jump didn't work for her.
oh,
Her little legs are short, and she jumped farther than she thought she had to.
I'm just older than I thought I was.
I don't want to hear that. She's 39. I'm 52.
All right, so
Look, wiggle my little happy self
okay.
up.
So, how do we want to end
Oh, that
this?
wasn't even a jump. I just slid off the side.
All right, you get to end the damn video now. I'm done with y'all.
I called her short. She's not happy. But, yeah. See y'all later.
Thank you for joining me at Madame Tortuga's Lounge. In case you didn't know, I am actually a full-time professional psychic with another YouTube channel. I'm also part of Metro Valley Pagan Pride, and if you'd like to learn about all of those things, you can find out more at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. That's DottieThePsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.